While exploring Google Earth, I stumbled across something truly bizarre. It was a strange structure, sat in the summit of an isolated mountain. It looks man-made, but I have no idea what it could be. And what makes it even stranger is its location, surrounded by nothing but endless mountains, miles from civilization. I mean, even the mountain it's found on looks weird. So what could this structure be, and why was it built in such a remote place? I had to find out. So me and my friend headed out on an adventure to try reach this mysterious site in person. But this turned out to be a wild and crazy journey, which led us to uncover an ancient mystery that has been kept secret for thousands of years.
Oh my goodness! What on earth is this place?
The strange structure is located in one of the most remote and rugged parts of Georgia. But before we could even start the hike, we first had a lot of traveling to do, beginning with a 5-hour flight into Georgia, then straight into a car for a 2-day drive, which would take us into one of the most remote and rugged corners of this country. And by day 2, the smooth tarmac had vanished, leaving us just with this dirt road that weaved through the wild landscape, until it eventually led us into this tiny village where the real adventure would begin.
We have parked. We are here in a very remote village. We're gonna be doing a little more of a walk through it, and then somewhere up there, hiding in the clouds, is the first structure we're going to be checking out. Pat, what do you think of the village?
It's absolutely amazing. Before we go on the hike, I think I'm going to have a quick go on the slide over there.
Yeah.
So I'll see you in a couple of hours.
See you in a bit, mate. Bye, Pat. Enjoy.
Thank you.
That is what we're heading up. That intimidating single-looking mountain in the distance. Feeling ready, Pat?
Never been feeling more ready.
Not said with much confidence.
I cannot overstate just how isolated we were right now. For most of the year, heavy snow cuts this village off completely from the outside world. There are only a few months in the year when you can actually reach it. And it was from this remote starting point that our adventure would really begin. Our goal for today was to hike through the village and somehow find a route up to the mountain. But with no official trails leading there, I had no idea if it was even possible. We'd just have to figure it out as we went.
Good morning, Moors. Morning, morning. Do you guys know what this strange structure is? See ya, mate. I'm gonna call you Gilbert. Bye, Gilbert. I think this part of the village we're going through is abandoned. And look how incredibly they're built. Old stone with actually grass built on top. I'm guessing this is, old school insulation before you had any actual heating in the house. You'd use actual grass just to keep it insulated. That is incredible. This morning's been a little bit of a safari. Good morning, turkeys. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Wow, the writing in Georgian is so cool. It looks so different to English. Really incredible. Prettiest house in the village award definitely goes to this one. Beautiful.
After leaving the village, we stumbled onto a dirt road that seemed to be heading in the right direction. For a moment, the hike felt surprisingly easy, but that wouldn't last, because the real challenge was still waiting up ahead.
Alrighty. There she is. I don't know if the camera does justice, but that looks like a very protruding mountain. The top is completely hidden by the clouds. That's where we're heading up, Pat.
Genuinely, that is kind of terrifying for me.
So we've been hiking for at least, probably coming up to 2 hours now.
2 hours, yeah.
Patrick has just said there now as we've been hiking through stunning landscape the whole time. He's just put on his glasses. Said, oh wow, it's really pretty, isn't it? What?
Everything's now like in full HD.
It was just, oh, what a nice blur. Oh, that looks like a larger blur. Must be the mountain.
I did think the mountain just looked like a big blob, so I was thinking it's a bit strange, but now I put it on, I can see what all the hype's about.
Don't know how well you can see it, but in the distance there is a shepherd with his flock, so we're not entirely alone. Look at the place these sheep are found and where he's working. Jeepers, oh. Super remote.
And soon we had reached the base of the mountain we needed to climb. The dirt road had now totally disappeared, and from here on out we were on our own. But the mountain looked far too steep to climb from this side, so we walked around the base hoping we could find a smoother spot to begin our summit push.
After a lot longer than predicted of hiking around the base of the mountain,
Yeah.
we are here now, and this is where we're going to start heading up.
It's going to be a pretty tough final push, I reckon. I mean, look at the view there. It literally just suddenly goes boom. It does. Which is slightly scary, but I'm really excited as well.
Yeah, I think the calves are going to be crying, but the eyes are going to be grateful. I think. Oh,
absolutely.
You like that one?
I might write that one down.
Oh, a little poetry.
That was good.
We got a mountain frog.
Really?
Can you see that? There he goes. Oh, that is the last place I thought I'd see a frog. My goodness. What a great home for a frog on the side of a massive mountain. All right, Mr. Frogton. We'll leave you be. Enjoy the mountain. Maybe he's hiking up as well. My goodness, we started all the way down by that lake pretty much. Now we're up here, heading up this big boy. The only way we're able to actually navigate to get here in the car, and then as well as being able to navigate and find our way in this super rugged place. And the sponsor of today's video, very kindly, is Unveiling. And now I get the question a lot, how do you navigate foreign countries that you're traveling to, whether it be on the trail or on the road? And the answer is, I use Unveiling, which is an eSIM operator for over 200 different countries. You can basically easily and quickly download a digital eSIM to your phone, and that will give you data coverage. And today, I am actually using something I've never seen before, which is the World eSIM. And basically that gives me access to data in any country in the world, which is incredible. I don't even have to think about it. It just activates as soon as I want it, as soon as I leave my country. Very easy. The app interface is easy to see when it's activated. So if you're heading out of country to go on an adventure or a travel trip and you want to be covered data so you can do all your navigation, send messages to friends, or book last minute accommodations when you're abroad, I recommend downloading the Unveiling app. You can head to the link below in the description or the comments, and make sure to use Josh10 to get your discount and to support the channel. So thank you so much, Unveiling. And I'm quite impressed with myself that I did that without collapsing. As you can see, the weather just changes so fast here. The clouds have lowered again and covered up the route we need to go, which was somewhere about here. Before in the shots earlier, you could actually see where we needed to head to. So as we climb up this steep ridge, it's just imagining how on earth people built anything up here. How did they move the resources to actually build a structure up here? Here we are, huffing and puffing. All we got is a backpack and a camera. And they would have potentially been carrying up stones and other things to make whatever is up here. And again, why? Why would you build something all the way out here? There's really not a sign of civilization anywhere. It is insane.
We were now drawing closer to the mountain summit, but with no trail to follow, it was tough work. And the hardest part was still to come.
It is the final push now. Whew. And it is just steep rocks for this final bit. Which is quite clambery, isn't it, Pat?
It is unreal, Josh.
So that is the summit we need to get to. We've just been hiking along this scree and have come across this. This is definitely stacked stone. So this here could be the crumbled remnants of maybe a very large wall that went up this mountain. So we are starting to see way more of these, man-made markers, for sure, man-made. That's not natural. And there's just more and more going up. I've not seen these yet in trails, so I'd be surprised if they're here to actually mark a hike, because otherwise you'd have that throughout. My thought is we're entering maybe somewhere sacred or special.
But things were about to get even stranger, because as we climbed higher up the misty mountain, we suddenly came face to face with our craziest discovery yet.
This is definitely the remnants of a rock chamber. Wow, maybe an ancient shelter. Who knows how big it was, but this is definitely the entrance before it's collapsed. This is actually our next Airbnb, Patrick. This is where we're staying. It got 5-star, amazing views. Maybe all the rocks around here are the crumbling remains of, I don't know, what was once a big settlement or something, and these markers are here to make remembrance of that. I'm really not sure.
But as we continued hiking towards the summit, we began to find more and more stone ruins scattered across the rocky slopes. There were tons of them, many still with their doorways and walls remaining. Everywhere we looked, more traces of man-made structures were hidden in the stone. This mountainside was covered in them. And then things got even stranger, because we suddenly stumbled across what looked like the broken remains of a stone road. What on earth had been happening on this mountain?
It's definitely way flatter here. Look at either side of the trail. And this was definitely not made to accommodate hikers, because there's no infrastructure here. There's no car parks or anything. So this was made whenever these structures were made too. So I think we're on an ancient road right now. You can really see it's so clearly a path. Beside the trail again, another man-made wall. This one very big, stretching out. We are almost at the summit, and look at that. Look at that misty structure sticking out. That is definitely man-made, and it's the biggest thing we've seen yet. Also, as we climb further up, look at this. I don't know what this small room was. I don't know. Oh wow, here we are. There's the outer wall just there, running all along. It's a big structure, whatever it is. Let's go explore this summit structure and try and unveil the mystery of what on earth was going on in this mountain. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What on earth is this place? I have never seen anything like this in all my years of exploring. Look at this, it's like a crater. It's like a man-made crater. Big outer stone wall, and then lots of little buildings inside.
Oh my goodness! It's like a full city that's been built.
This is unreal. Let's head down into it and figure out what on earth this place was or when it was built. And you can definitely tell from this, the stone wall was obviously once a lot bigger. It's also maybe defensive. This would have been an enormous circular structure. But look here. There's actually an entrance in. Obviously, we just didn't see it on the way in. But so well built. Little tunnel. Oh my goodness. Heading out to just the summit. Insane. And then this is just hidden away. My goodness, it'd be so easy to miss. Super duper cool. Oh, and then you head through the front door and it takes you out into this place. I think we got to take off our bags, start looking around.
It's so quiet as well, it's just nothing.
Yeah, it's insane. It does have a really sacred feel to it.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Let's go look around. Here you go. First set of buildings built inside the wall. Here you can see inside. Yeah, just very simple. There looks like there almost was a carving in here. It looks like an A, but I don't know if that's more recent or old. Here beside. Oh, what's that in there? I'm gonna head into this one. There's something on the stones in here. What is this? Just hopefully this doesn't collapse on me. It is actually candles. Look at this. Melted onto the side of the stone. Wow. Look at that. And here too. Melted candles. I think this is definitely a sacred site. It currently is now anyway. I wonder if it once was back in the day when it was first made. There's loads of these rock structures lining the walls. They seem too small to be lived in. This seems to be the most majorly built building. All the others just seem like small chambers. This actually looks like a little house. Oh yeah, this is the biggest one for sure. And there's nothing in here though. No candles, no carvings on the wall. This seems most like a shelter, but still seems very small and basic. Golly. Even here, just outside, you got a little table made with stone chairs. Wow, wonder what this site is being used for now. The clouds are really starting to give way. Look at this view. Look at the multiple layers of stone walls. You got this big one here. There's one here, and then there's one just beyond it too. Looking out into this mountain range. Insane. I also think there's a lot that's still covered up by the stones that have collapsed from the big wall. You can see here the big wall, and it's obviously collapsed and covered up a lot of the structures that I'm currently standing on now. That's crazy. So much more of this place could be hidden under the rubble. So we have just spent the last 30 minutes or so wandering around these ruins, just looking for clues as to what this structure could be and why it was built all the way out here. But we haven't found anything, have we, Pat?
So far, nothing other than a few candles and a lot of rocks.
Yes, a lot of rocks. But yeah, it's such a mystery as to what was going on here. But whatever it was a massive massive operation.
This is by far the strangest place I've ever explored. The fact it sits nearly 3,000 meters high in these rugged mountains is unbelievable in itself. But the real shock came when I dug into its history, because this site is believed to be around 4,000 years old. But beyond that, nothing is known about it. It sits here as a complete mystery. Nobody knows who built it or why. At first glance, its vantage point and high walls suggest a fortress built for defense, but the small chambers inside point to something more spiritual. Perhaps an ancient temple built to worship the stars above, but that doesn't explain the dozens of small ruins scattered across the slopes. To me, that suggests something even bigger. Maybe the remnants of an ancient mountain city, slowly erased by 4,000 years of brutal weather. Now you might think that's where this mystery ends, but it's not, because just down the valley I found another site, one that might finally reveal why these ancient structures were built in such a remote and unforgiving place. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that next episode as we continue this search for answers. And also a big thank you to Biggie for sponsoring this adventure. Without them, finding this site wouldn't have been possible. If you want an eSIM for your next travels, use my code JOSH10 and grab the app through the links in the description and comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.